Good morning, students. So welcome back. Now today we are going to begin with the new topic, ratio, proportion and variation. When we compare two quantities of the same kind, then the relation obtained is called as the ratio. The main important thing about this ratio is that they should be in same units. For example, if I am comparing 15 seconds and 30 seconds, so ratio 15 upon 30. Now both are having seconds, unit is seconds, so this gets cancelled. 15 ones are 15 twos are, so 1 upon 2, that is equal to 1:2. So how we denote ratio? By this symbol, 2 dots. This is called as is to. We read it as is to. So how we read it? 1:2. So we can show the ratio like this also, 1 upon 2. Now that is equal to 1:2. Okay. So, and one more thing. You can see here, both the units as they are same, they get cancelled. And hence there is no unit here. So what we can say? Ratio do not have any unit. But they have to be of same kind. Means when I am comparing length, both should be lengths. When I am comparing mass, both have to be mass. For another example, suppose if I have got 15 seconds and 1 minute. Now here it is minutes, here it is seconds. So either of them have to be converted, either convert seconds to minutes or convert minutes to seconds. So it is easy to convert minutes to seconds. So 1 minute is equal to how many seconds? Yes, exactly, 60 seconds. Right? So, then you can compare 15 upon 60. Now both are having same unit. Okay. So seconds gets cancelled. 15 ones are 15 fours are. So 1 upon 4. That is 1:4. That is the ratio. Okay. So in this way, we are supposed to compare the two quantities of same kind, and the relation so obtained is called as the ratio. Now, if A and B are any two quantities of the same type, then they are compared as A upon B, or they are written as A:B. That is their ratio. Okay. Now, next is proportion. Before that, equivalent ratios. If the ratios, when they are reduced to their lowest form, and if they are equal in the lowest form, then the two ratios or three ratios, they are said to be equivalent ratios. For example, I am having 500 upon 600. Okay. Now, if I reduce them, what I get? 5 upon 6. I am having another example. Suppose 125 upon 150. Now 25 5s are 125, 25 6s are 150. So 5:6. This ratio is 5:6. Okay. Again this ratio is 5:6. Now suppose if I have got 25 upon 30. So 5 5s are 25, 5 6s are 30. So what I get? Again lowest term 5:6. Now you can see in the lowest form they are equal. Hence they are called as equivalent ratios. What are they called? Yes, equivalent ratios. Now next term, that is proportion. Suppose 4 non-zero numbers A, B, C and D. These are 4 non-zero numbers, and they are in such a way that A upon B is equivalent to C upon D. Then the 4 numbers A, B, C, D are said to be in proportion. In other words, if two ratios are equal, then they are said to be in proportion. Okay. And secondly, these 4 numbers, they are having specific names. This is first proportional, this is second proportional, C is third proportional, and D is fourth proportional. Now if I cross multiply them, what I get? A into D is equivalent to B into C. Exactly. Okay. Now A is the first proportional and D is the last proportional. So they are called as extremes. What are they called? Extremes. So we can say product of extremes is equivalent to, now B and C, they are, B is second proportional, C is third proportional. So they are called as means. So product of extremes is equivalent to product of means. Okay. So this is the formula to be remembered. Product of extremes is equivalent to product of means. Okay, means यानी in between, second and third proportional. Extremes, first and fourth proportional. Okay, so A into D is equivalent to B into C. Now, in some cases it happens that the second proportional and the third proportional is same. Okay, and suppose instead of D, here it is C. Then what you will get? Product of extremes A into C and product of means, that is B into B. So you get that B square is equal to AC. So these are three numbers which are in proportion. Actually these are three numbers, A, B and C. If they are in proportion, then you will get B square is equal to AC or B is equal to square root of AC. This is also called as geometric mean. Okay, now this is not in the book, but this is additional information. In some cases, examples based on this, they are also asked. Okay, now this is about proportion. Now variation. Suppose if two quantities, they are related to each other, and if one quantity changes, the other related quantity also change. It gets changed. So that is called as variation. Okay, because that first quantity, when it changes, it has got effect on the second quantity. As a result of that, the second quantity also changes. So that is called as variation. Now variation is of two types, direct variation and inverse variation. Now direct variation, when one quantity increases, the other related quantity increases, or when one quantity decreases, the other related quantity decreases, and the ratio is always constant, then such variation is called as direct variation. Simple thing. Cost of 2 pence is 20 rupees. Cost of 5 pence, yes exactly, cost of 5 pence is 50 rupees, because cost of 2 pence is 20 means cost of 1 pen is 10. So definitely if I take 5 pence, cost of 5 pence is 50. So number of pence increases, the cost of pence also increases. Okay, now what I have said, ratio is always constant. So see here, number of pens, what it was initially 2. Okay, cost, what it was 20, then it became 5, number of pens become 5, cost was 50. Ratio is always constant. What I said, ratio is always constant in direct variation. So 2 upon 5. Now here 20 upon 50, if I reduce them, what I get? 2 upon 5. So you can see ratio is always constant. Do you understand that what happens? Now inverse variation. Now what is inverse variation? Now in inverse variation, when one quantity increases, the other related quantity decreases, and when that first quantity decreases, the other related second quantity increases. That is called as inverse variation. And the speciality of inverse variation is, yes, the product is always constant. What is constant? Product is also always constant. Okay, and so for example, I have given you a book to read and there are 500 pages. Okay, if you are reading 10 pages daily, how many days you will require? Yes, exactly, 50 days. But you are interested in that book so much that you read 100 pages daily. What happened? In how many days you will complete the book? Oh yes, 5 days. Now, product is always constant. Okay, so 50 tens are 500. product is constant, and 100 fives are 500, product is constant. Okay, so what happened? Number of pages they increased, number of days required to read that book, it decreased, and product was always constant. Now we can put this in expression. Suppose if x and y, for direct variation we can get this expression. You need this. Okay, suppose if x and y are the two quantities which are directly proportional to each other. So how we show that? In this way. This is called as proportionality sign. Okay, so x is directly proportional to y. So if I want to remove this sign, I will use constant. So x is equal to k into y, where k is proportionality constant. Okay, so where k is proportionality constant. Now, so therefore x upon y is equal to k. Now k is constant, so ratio is constant for direct variation. Now if I know, from this I can put it like this. Therefore x1 y1 is equal to x2 y2, x2 upon y2 is equal to x3 upon y3, and dot dot dot, that is equal to always constant. So you can have this particular expression to solve the examples. Then inverse variation. For inverse variation, suppose if x and y, they vary inversely in this way. X inversely proportional to y. X is in inverse variation with y. Again, this is, we need to remove this. So proportionality sign. So x is equal to k upon y, where k is proportionality constant. Okay, k is proportionality constant. Right now, so bring this y to this side. So x into y is equal to k. So in inverse variation, product is always constant. Right? So we can generalize this. x1 into y1 should be equal to x2 into y2, that is equal to k, and so on. N numbers, n terms you can take. So x1 y1 should be equal to x2 y2, that should be equal to x3 y3, that should be equal to k. Okay, and this you can use it for solving the examples. Now, dear students, let us move to, this was theoretical part. Now let us move to some of the examples from the exercises given. I will solve them, and remaining examples you will solve them as homework. Okay, so let us move to exercise 11.1. Now see the first question, 11.1. In which of the following sets are the numbers in proportion? Okay, so 5, 10, 15, 20. Now A, B, C, D. So A into D should be equal to B into C. That is, product of extremes should be equal to product of means. So we should find that straight away. So 25s are 100. Okay, and 10 into 15. 15 tens is 150. So they are not equal. Right? Now, second, 100 fives are 500 and 20 20s are 400. Okay, so again they are not equal. Now here, 25s are product of extremes 100 and 10 tens are, oh yes, 100, and that means the correct option is option number 3rd. Exactly, option 3rd is the right answer. Okay, let's move to the next example. Now see second example. Ages of Sonal and Komal are in the ratio of 6:5. They are, means they are present. Okay, and if 6 years before age of Sonal was 30 years, find the age of Komal 5 years hence. So see here, one thing is given, 6 years before. Before means past, 6 years ago, 6 साल पहले. 6 साल पहले एज ऑफ सोनल, सोनल का एज कितना था? सोनल एज how much it was? 30 years. Okay, Komal's we don't know. Right? And ratio of the present ages. Now present ages ratio. How much it is? 6:5. Okay. Do you get it? Now, see here. Sonal is to Komal. The ratio of Sonal to Komal is 6:5. Now 6 years before it was 30 years. Whose? Sonal's age. How much it can be now? 30 plus 6. 6 साल से बढ़ गई. So now it will be 36. Okay. Now see the 6. How many are 36? 6 are 36. Okay. Now so multiple is 6. So 5 6 are 30. तो कोमल का एज क्या हो गया? 30 years. अभी क्या पूछा है? कोमल एज 5 years hence. 5 years hence. कोमल एज तो 5 साल से बढ़ गई. Right? So now her age is 30. So after 5 years, it will be 30 plus 5, 35 years. See, I have not used any equation here. From this given, I have just solved the example. So option number 1. Option 1 is the right answer. Okay. So what I did, I just used 6 years before age of Sonal. How much it was? 30. So present age कितना होगा? 6 साल ऐड कीजिए. So 36. Now the ratio is 6:5. So 6 how many are 36? 6 are. So common multiple होगा ही. Okay. Then only they are in the reduced form. Okay. Now so 6 are 36. So 5 6 are 30. Common multiple. 6 is the common multiple. So 36 is to 30. So I got Komal's present age. तो 5 साल बाद कितना होगा? Add 5. So 30 plus 5, 35. Do you get it? Okay. Now let's move to the third example. Third example, the ratio of the present ages of the two brothers is 4:5. After 10 years, the ratio of the ages would be 6:7. Find the age of the elder brother after 15 years. Okay. Now, ratio of the present ages. Ratio of present ages. अभी यहाँ पे किसका भी एज दिया नहीं है, just ratios are given and from that we are supposed to solve. Now ratio of present ages, smaller brother to elder brother. Okay, छोटा पहले है, so it is 4:5. Right? So if I take common multiple be x. Right? So if common multiple is x, so younger brother's age, what it will be? 4 into x, that is 4x. Okay? And elder brother's age. How much it will be? 5x. तो उनका एज मिल गया. अभी देखो, after 10 years, the ratio of the ages would be 6:7. Before coming to their ratio, let us find out what will be the ages. So after 10 years, younger brother's age, अभी कितना है? 4x. तो 10 साल बाद कितना होगा? 4x plus 10 exactly. Okay. Then elder brother's age. अभी कितना है? 5x. So 10 साल बाद कितना होगा? 5x plus 10. And this ratio is given. That is 4x plus 10 upon 5x plus 10 is equivalent to 6 is to 7. So 6 upon 7. So we got the equation. Now we can solve it. So what you should do? Cross multiply. Okay. So 7 into bracket 4x plus 10. That is equal to 6 into bracket 5x plus 10. Okay. Open the brackets and multiply. You know this. Monomial by binomial. So 7 4s are 28x plus 7 10s are 70. 6 5s are 30x plus 6 10s are 60. Okay. Now bring this to this side, or bring this to this side and this to this side. So 70 minus 60, that is equal to 30x minus 28x. So 70 minus 60 is 10. That is equal to 30x minus 2x. That is 28x. 30x minus 28x. So that is 2x. So x is equal to 10 upon 2. That is 5 exactly. So whose age I have to find? Elder brother's age after 15 years. But first I will find out present age. Okay. So present age. Present age elder brother कितना है? 5x है ना? So 5x. Now x की वैल्यू क्या है? 5, right? So 5 into 5, 25 years. Now this is present age after 15 years. तो क्या करोगे आप? Yes, exactly. You will add 15. So elder brother's age. After 15 years. So that is 25 plus 15. कितना हो गया? Oh yes, 40 years. Right? And hence option number 2. Option 2 is the right answer. Okay? I hope you have understood. Let's move to the next example. Now see fourth example. This is fourth example. What is the ratio of 340 centimeters to 51 meters in its lowest form? Now first thing, both are lengths, no doubt, but centimeters and meters. Either you convert centimeters to meters or you convert meters to centimeter. What is easy? Exactly. Converting meters to centimeters is easy. And I know 1 meter is equal to how many centimeters? Yes, 100 centimeters. So 51 meters is equal to, what I will do, 51 into 100. So 5100 centimeters. Okay, now we have to compare them. So 340 ratio. 340 upon 5100 centimeters. 10 gets cancelled. Now table. I know the tables. 17 2s are 34. 17 3s are 51. 17 0s are 0. Oh yes. 2 1s are 2. 2 15s are 30. So 1 upon 15, that is equal to 1 is to 15. And hence option number, option 4. Option 4 is the right answer. Okay. Now let's move to the fifth example. Now see fifth one. If 20, 28, 15 and x are in proportion, find the value of x. My dear students, in book it is given if 20, 25, 15 and x are in proportion. But keep this in mind, that 25, if you take 25, you don't get the right answer, and hence you have to take 28. That is the correction. Okay. So if 20, 28, 15 and x are in proportion, find the value of x. Now we know again, if they are in proportion, then product of the means has to be equal to product of the extremes. Okay. So product of extremes is equivalent to product of means. Okay. Now, so product of extremes 20 into x, product of means 28 into 15. Okay. Now I want to find value of x. So 28 into 15 upon 20. Bring this 20 to this side. So it will be in division. Okay, 5 3s are 15, 5 4s are 20, 4 1s are 4 7s are 28, and 7 3s are 21. Okay, and hence option number, oh yes, option third. Exactly, option third is the right answer. Now let's move to the sixth example. Now see sixth, if x varies directly as y, which number will replace the question mark? So this question mark has to be determined. Now first only I said, if x varies directly as y. So what I've said, ratio is always constant. So x upon y should be equal to constant. Okay, so that means x1 upon y1 should be equal to x2 upon y2. Now x1 is 2 upon 5. Right? Upon y1 is 3 upon 5. That is equal to x2. We don't know. So x2 as it is. y2 is 1 upon 2. Now see, this divided by this, so this becomes inverse. Okay, so you will have 2 upon 5 into 5 upon 3. Okay, now bring this fraction completely here. So when it comes this side, it will be in again multiplication. So that is equal to x2. Now see what happens. 5 gets cancelled and 2 gets cancelled. 2 1s are 2, 5 1s are 5. So what is left? Yes, 1 upon 3. 1 upon 3. That is equal to x2. So value of x2 is 1 upon 3. You can see whether the ratio is constant or not. Okay. Now, option number first. Option 1 is the right answer. Okay. Now, next example. Seventh example. Now see, seventh example. X is inversely proportional to 1 upon y. This is inverse proportion. Now in inverse proportion, what is constant? Yes, product is always constant. X into y should be equal to k. That is constant of variation or constant of proportionality. Okay, now here value of y is given 6. If value of y is 6 and value of x is 14, you have to find constant of variation, that is k. Okay, so we know that x inversely proportional to y, therefore x into y is equivalent to k, constant of proportionality. Now I know value of x 14, I know value of y 6, that is equal to k. Now 14 6 are, yes, 84. So value of k is 84. That is value of constant of variation is 84, and hence option number 2. That is the correct answer. Okay. Now next example. Now see the 8th question. Janu's wages for the month of February 2015 was 2,520. Find his wages for 19 days of March 2015. Now 2015 is not a leap year. So number of days in February. How many days? Yes, exactly. How many? 28. Okay. So, see here. Number of days. See how I put. You can solve by different ways. But here we are dealing with proportion. So, I am going for same way. Number of days and wages. So, for 28 days, he gets rupees 2520. And for 19 days, he gets X. Now what I have said, as the days, number of days will decrease, number of wages will also decrease, and hence it is in direct variation. And so in direct variation, what is constant? Exactly, ratio is constant. So ratio 28 upon 19, and that should be equal to 2520 upon x. It is direct variation. Okay, here I will write, this is direct variation. and so I have taken the ratio. Okay, so direct variation. Now, so ratio is always constant, so 28 upon 19 should be equal to 2520 upon x. Now bring this x to this side, so it will be in exactly multiplication. So 28 upon 19 into x, that is equal to 2520. Now I want to find value of x, so bring these terms to this side. So 19, when it comes to this side, it will be in, oh yes, multiplication, and 28 will be in division. So x is equal to 2520 into 19 upon 28. Now I know the table of 28. 28 1 are 28, 28 9 are 252. Okay, and 28 zeros are 0. So x is equal to 90 into 19. Now I know the table of 19. 19 nines are 171 and 19 zeros are 0. So what is the wages of 19 days? 1710. So option number. What is the option number? Just I will come to that. Option number 4. Option 4 is the right answer. Okay. So dear students, I hope whatever we have dealt today you have understood, and we'll solve the remaining some examples of the remaining exercises in my next video. Okay, so we will stop here. Note down all this in your notebook. I hope you will do that. Okay, and so we'll meet in the next period. Till then, goodbye. Thank you.